Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Ohio University ceremonial mace, which is carried by Faculty Senate Chair Dr. Joe McLaughlin. The arrival of the mace marks the official opening of this Ohio University commencement ceremony. We ask that you remain standing for the procession of the platform party, the presentation of the colors, and the singing of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ohio University's annual commencement exercise. As chair of the Ohio University Board of Trustees, I am privileged to convene the 2017 commencement ceremony, and to welcome the graduates who are being honored today, members of their families and their friends. Now, why not? It is about you. Now, I'm pleased to introduce the presentation of the colors, which will be escorted by our Army and Air Force ROTC. Following the presentation, please join Mr. Tyler Tress, who graduates today with 2 bachelor's degrees in music education and anthropology, for the singing of the national anthem. He will be accompanied by the talented people seated behind the platform party, the Ohio University Wind Symphony, under the direction of Andrew Traxel, Associate Professor of Music and Director of Bands.
Please be seated. Welcome, class of 2017, to your graduation. As interim president of Ohio University, and on behalf of our faculty and staff, I am delighted to welcome family, friends, and most especially our graduates to this afternoon's commencement ceremony. As we begin this ceremony, I would like to recognize the distinguished guests who are with us. I ask that they stand as I introduce them and remain standing. Audience, please hold your applause until all guests have been introduced. I am pleased to welcome members and officials of Ohio University's Board of Trustees, our academic officials, our administrative officials, representatives of our university senates, and our 2017 commencement speakers, student speaker Nicole Marino, and keynote speaker Mr. Wesley Lowry. We will be hearing from both of them in a few minutes. Please, let's give our guests a hand. You already met the important people seated behind the platform party, the Ohio University Wind Symphony and Dr. Traxel. The last time I saw the Wind Symphony with Dr. Traxel was at Carnegie Hall. It was a great moment for Ohio University. Please, let's give them a hand. I also would like to acknowledge some special guests who are seated to my left in the lower balcony. We are thrilled to have Ohio's 21st President and First Lady, Dwayne and Ruthie Nellis, with us this morning. This is the first of many Ohio University commencements to come to the Nellises, and I know they are elated to share this special day with the class of 2017. Let's hear it for Ohio University's incoming President and First Lady. Seated with Dr. and Mrs. Nellis in the lower balcony are also members of my executive staff, their spouses, significant others, family members, as well as guests of our platform party members. It is my honor to introduce the excellent faculty of Ohio University. Will you please stand and be recognized? It is now my pleasure to introduce our student commencement speaker, Miss Nicole Marino, to greet our graduates and guests. Nicole, would you please come forward?
Good afternoon, friends. For those of you who do not know me, I actually did not begin my college career here at Ohio University. I transferred into OU the beginning of my sophomore year here from George Washington University in Washington, D.C. The decision to transfer into Ohio University was the greatest decision I ever made. I came in ready to be a Bobcat and learn as much as I could. I double majored in global studies, war and peace with political science to learn about international and domestic conflicts. I also attempted to learn the language of Arabic, and sadly am only able to hold a basic conversation or say things such as, I am hungry. Oh. Of course, I learned things like how to get a somewhat good night's sleep on solid ground in Alden Library when all the plush chairs are occupied during those wonderful all-nighters throughout finals week. I learned how to battle the terrain of loose Athens bricks to avoid tripping or stubbing my toe on my way uptown. I learned how to create makeshift buffalo chicken dip in Nelson Dining Hall using ingredients from all of the provided stations. Now, when I look back at my time here at Ohio University, I realized I learned so much more than that. I never truly grasped what people meant when they said, your undergraduate years are more than a degree. I thought, yeah, you make friends, have a memory here and there, but I now understand. I learned who I am here at OU. When I didn't even know it, I was constantly learning about myself, what it truly meant to be a friend, and what it truly meant to be part of a community. I learned the most my junior year, though. Last year, I really began to struggle balancing mental health in school more so than ever before, and eventually was told I'd been struggling with anxiety and depression. No one really knew I was struggling. I was always the happy, head-been-wearing gal on campus. Eventually, I turned to friends knowing this is something no one should have to go through alone. As much as I wanted to give up at times, I had that support group, a wide community of Bobcats that would not let me quit, and I am forever thankful. During that time, and still today, I learned that depression and anxiety is nothing to be ashamed of. I learned there is not one traditional image of any mental health issue, and it comes to affect people in so many different ways. I even learned how many of my own friends kept problems incredibly similar to my own, a secret, for the same fears I had. Luckily, I was here at Ohio University, where I found an even deeper support system through counseling and psychological services, where I was told nothing is more important than my mental health. We need to be better at recognizing the vitality of taking care of ourselves. I still struggle at times, but now can identify signs of a bad day. I really wanted to speak today for those sitting here that made it through college, especially those that faced a mental or physical challenge along the way. I hope you have learned even more about yourself from overcoming these challenges. And for those still really struggling, to find support and know that you are not alone strictly because you are an Ohio University Bobcat. As I thought about this speech and what I wanted to say, of course, I learned something else. I learned to be confident. We are a class composed of incredible men and women. I look back on my junior year at someone with incredibly low self-esteem and now can say I am so incredibly proud of who I am. Ohio University brought me back. Because of Ohio University, we all have been blessed with a newfound confidence in ourselves, even if we do not know what we are doing the moment we grab that diploma today. One thing I know that we all learned throughout this time, though, is that there is no better place than Athens, Ohio. There is nowhere else you can see a recognizable face at every corner that's excited to see you, or somewhere else where an OU sweatpants, OU sweatshirt, and an OU knit hat is acceptable day wear, or somewhere where you can order a Betty's chili cheese fries and a Big Mama's Chipotle Ranch Mama in the same evening just because, and not be judged, but respected by our peers. I have learned a lot these past few years, more than I ever would have expected. Now, I am ready to leave the Athens bubble and face my challenges head on. So, class of 2017, we are finally done. Remember to take care of yourself. Know you are a Bobcat through and through now, and because of that, you are never alone. Congratulations, friends!
I had the pleasure of meeting Nicole's parents last night, and Mrs. Marino, please know how proud we are of your daughter, Nicole. Please, one more hand. It now is my privilege to introduce our commencement speaker. From a Bobcat and now national correspondent for the Washington Post, Mr. Wesley Lowery. Mr. Lowery covers issues of race, justice, law enforcement, and politics at the Washington Post. He has been the paper's lead reporter on the Black Lives Matter protests and was a member of the team that was awarded the 2016 Pulitzer Prize and George Polk Award for national reporting for their coverage of fatal police shootings. He's the author of the New York Times bestseller, They Can't Kill Us All, Ferguson, Baltimore, and a New Era in America's Racial Justice Movement. Prior to joining the Post, Mr. Lowery was a reporter for the Boston Globe, where he contributed to the paper's Pulitzer Prize-winning coverage of the Boston Marathon bombings, and was one of the lead reporters covering the 2013 mayoral race and murder trial of former New England Patriots tight end Aaron Hernandez. His reporting and writing has also appeared in the Los Angeles Times, the Wall Street Journal, Sports Illustrated, and The Guardian. Mr. Lowery attended Ohio University's E.W. Scripps School of Journalism from 2008 to 2012, and he served as editor-in-chief of The Post, the campus's independent student newspaper. Let's hear it for your 2017 commencement speaker, Mr. Wesley Lowery.
Well, good afternoon, class of 2017. I hope you guys have had a great and fun day so far, and one of the last things standing between you and walking across this stage, so I promise I'm going to shut up pretty soon. First, though, let me be the next, if not the first, to congratulate you on making it here to commencement this afternoon. It's a significant achievement, if only because I know, as someone who attended Ohio University, that not everyone who's supposed to be in this room right now is probably here. That for some of you, you spent most of the morning frantically texting and searching for that friend or the roommate who's still up on Court Street somewhere. For me, that was our friend Drew, and we never quite found him. So, for being here, congratulations. Today's not about me or Drew or any of my other friends. It's about you. It's about your last 4 years of growth, your accomplishments. It's about your futures. My job, my charge as a speaker is to impart some type of knowledge, some sage wisdom or advice to help you navigate the scary and changing world that you're preparing to enter. But I'll admit, when they asked me, I wasn't really convinced I was the right person to be giving you all that type of advice. It's only been 5 or so years since I was sitting in the chairs you're sitting here at the Convo. I'm not an economist or a philosopher, a politician, or a celebrity. My day job is that I'm a reporter. I listen to people who are smarter than me, and I write down what they say, and I try not to screw up the quotes. Now, how well I do at that is up for interpretation. I'm proud to work for the Washington Post, which I think is the most exciting place to be working in journalism right now. But in interest of full disclosure, there are people out there who would want you to know that I work for the failing fake news Washington Post. And so you probably should not listen to anything that I have to say. So either way, after a few years away from campus, I do think that there are 2 things I'm qualified to tell you. 2 kernels of guidance that I can impart regarding what is to come. The first is a warning, the second is an assurance. So first, the warning. As you leave here, everything is about to change, and a lot of it is going to be really terrible. Now, when I left Athens, no, I mean that, that's not a joke, it's going to be really terrible. Just wait for it. When I left Athens in 2012, OU hadn't switched to semesters yet. There was no Snapchat or Netflix or Uber. Jon Stewart was hosting The Daily Show. The Cavs had never won an NBA championship. That part's not terrible. The nation was getting ready to re-elect its first black president. Donald Trump was a guy who hosted a TV show that nobody really watched anymore. Life, even though it was uncertain, felt a little less scary than it does sometimes right now. Osama bin Laden was dead. Most of us had never heard of ISIS. There had been no deadly attacks in Boston or Orlando, Charleston. A kid had been killed named Trayvon Martin, but we didn't quite know the rest of the chorus of names that would follow. John Crawford, Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland. Your careers, the industries that you work for, they're going to change too. I remember back when I used to work for the Post in Baker Center, not the Post in Washington, D.C., we would get lectured by journalism professors about how basically none of us were ever going to get any jobs, how journalism was a field in crisis. Now, journalism, the industry, has changed in these past 5 years. As I've transitioned from job to job, I've seen firings and layoffs and buyouts. Some storied media outlets have closed and shut down their presses, while some new digital startups have been birthed and have begun. For those of us who remain in this field, we've been forced to innovate, to think about our jobs in new ways, to think about using new technologies, live streaming video or virtual reality, things that were distant fantasies just a few years ago. Now, in a more micro sense, your lives are going to change. You'll move to new places. You'll meet new people. Your metabolism will slow down, and those Big Mama's burritos are not going to fall off you the way they used to. You'll have to figure out how to pay taxes and later mortgages. There'll be disappointments. The breakups, unfortunately, don't get any easier. Your friends from Athens, you'll see via their social media, will in fact make new friends, and they'll be hanging out with those people, and not always you. And there'll be mistakes. You'll send a dumb tweet and almost get yourself fired, or you'll forget to set up the auto pay on your student loans and screw over your credit. This is hypothetical, I didn't do that at all. There'll be funerals for friends and for family members who are gone too soon. You're leaving the confines of this beautiful campus to enter the so-called the real world. And again, a lot of it's going to be terrible. But that brings me to my only piece of advice. The only reassurance I can muster in the face of the uncertain future in front of you. And that advice is this: you'll be fine. I promise you're going to be fine. And the reason you'll be fine is not because it won't be terrible. Like I said, it's going to be pretty bad. But you'll be fine not because the pain and the disappointments won't sting and they won't hurt, because they will. You'll be fine because there's no challenge that lies in front of you that you haven't been prepared for by the experiences that lie behind you. Now, the last time you were all gathered here in the convo was probably during your freshman convocation. And at that time, you were a group of kids trying to pretend like you were really adults. Now, 4 years later, you've been molded and you've matured, and you're a group of adults who wish, if only for another day or another week, you could still be kids running around Court Street. But as you leave this place, the things you've learned about yourself and about your world, your faith, your worldview, your moral compass, will increasingly be a guide telling you when to extend grace to someone who's wronged you, when to stand up for yourself in the face of the haters, and when to let it all roll off your back. Your time here has taught you that progress is not inevitable, that success and triumph are not guaranteed, not for you, not for me, not for our country. And a moral compass is only as meaningful as the hand holding that compass. In the days and months and years to come, if that compass directs you to stand up for the marginalized, to speak out in the face of injustice, to run for local office, or to pour defiantly into city streets in protest, it's your moral obligation to heed that call. Now, some of you will leave here today and depart for dream jobs that you've earned through years of rigorous work. Now enjoy every moment of those jobs, but remember what is probably the key lesson of going to college in Athens, Ohio. The work isn't everything. There's more to who you are. There's more to who you are than your career, your job title, your degrees, the accolades before or after your name. Others of you, like many of my journalism colleagues when I graduated, don't really know what comes next. And I promise you that that's okay too. No matter how many times your parents harass you on the drive home or at dinner after this, you sure you don't have a job yet? Have you figured it out? I know there's a lot of moms and dads who that's what they're gonna be saying later. It's okay if you don't have the answer yet. Some of the people who end up in the best places get there by taking the longest routes. Uncertainty and adventure make for better stories, and life is a collection of good stories, right? Part of professional success is preparation, which you have, but a large part of it, I'd argue the majority of it, is having the curiosity and the intuition to say yes when opportunities present themselves, and knowing deep down that it's gonna be okay. The day after my commencement 5 years ago, I got in my '98 Chevy Lumina and I drove to Boston for an internship at a time when most of my friends were starting full-time jobs. I didn't really know if that was a good decision, but I hoped that I'd be fine. A few months after that, I moved to Los Angeles. I took a fellowship at a newspaper where I didn't know really anybody, in a city far away from my family and most of my friends. I hoped that was a good decision. I hoped that I'd be fine. Later on, I took another job covering Congress for the Washington Post. Now, at the time, I didn't really know how Congress worked, or if it worked, or what it did, or how it's supposed to work, and to be honest, I still don't really know the answer to any of those questions. But I knew I was supposed to take that job, and I knew that I was gonna be fine. About a year into that job, an editor stopped by my desk. Protests had broken out in a small town in Missouri after a police shooting. Thousands of people were in the streets. We needed to send a reporter to write about it. I couldn't have imagined that day that I would end up spending 3 months in Ferguson, Missouri, and then later 3 years writing about the protest movement birthed by those initial reactions in Ferguson. I didn't know that these street protests would cascade into a broad social movement, that I'd travel the country writing about it. There was no way to foresee the projects that myself and my colleagues would end up working on, one of which ultimately won us the Pulitzer Prize. To be honest, I was kind of cranky that day. I didn't want to get on the airplane, didn't want to go to Missouri. I was unsure how this story would turn out, if it would even matter. I was unsure if it was the right story for me, or if I was the right reporter for the story. But I got on the airplane. I swallowed those fears and those doubts, and I knew that it was going to be fine. With that, class of 2017, I want to thank you for allowing me to speak to you today. I want to congratulate you on taking the next step of your journey, and I want to remind you one last time that you're going to be fine. Thank you all.
Thank you, Wes, for an extraordinary body of work for one so young, all of which reminds us of how essential journalism is to a free society. Thanks again. Graduates, each of you is achieving a personal milestone today, and each of you has had special support in achieving your educational goal. Before we award the degrees you have worked so very hard to earn, please stand and say thank you to everyone in the audience who has supported you during this educational endeavor. You may be seated. Graduates, today we honor you, your achievement, your commitment, and your passion. Some of you are receiving associate's degrees, and others are receiving bachelor's degrees. Some of you will be entering the armed forces as officers, a privilege you have earned through your completion of the Reserve Officer Training Corps program. Others of you have already served your country. At this time, I would like to recognize all of our military and veteran students and cadets of the ROTC program for their past, present, and upcoming service to our country. Would these graduates please rise? Many of you have distinguished yourselves through your studies. I especially would like to recognize those who are graduating with honors. Would those graduating cum laude please stand? Now, those who are graduating magna cum laude, please stand. And those graduating summa cum laude, please stand. Congratulations, graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite everyone to please stand and join Mr. Tyler Tress in the singing of the Ohio University alma mater. He will be accompanied by the Ohio University Wind Symphony. Please join me in showing appreciation for the wonderful work of Mr. Tress, Dr. Traxel, and the Ohio University Wind Symphony. Once more. It now is my great honor to confer degrees upon the Ohio University graduating class of 2017. Dr. Benoit, will you please present our graduates?
Dr. DeSteckner, it is my privilege to present the candidates for associate's and bachelor's degrees. Graduates, if you're not already standing, you need to rise. Faculty, you can sit down. I know you need to get a load off. Dr. DeSteckner, these students have completed all of the requirements of their associate's and bachelor's degree programs. I therefore have the honor of presenting them to you for the conferral of their degrees.
On the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Ohio University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degrees that your respective studies have merited with all the privileges and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Graduates, it is my honor to welcome you into the family of Ohio University alumni. You may now move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations, graduates, and you may now be seated. Following the receipt of your degrees, the 2017 commencement of Ohio University will stand adjourned. Please be seated. You will be called to the platform by your dean.
Faculty of the Honors Tutorial College, please come forward and prepare to greet our graduates. And Honors Tutorial College graduates, please approach the platform.
Michael John France, Joseph Michael Cox, Thomas Hopkins Wade, Nicholas Charles Corrigan, Asher William Pollock, Yanray Roland Zhu, Miles Thomas Lindquist, Gabrielle A. McCabe, Michelle Irene Lane, Samantha Nicole Davis, Lillian R. Dowds, Bridget Kathleen Coulihan, Nathan James Selecki, Kaylin Zay Robeson, Sarah Catherine Sand, Mackenzie Ellen Rich, Claire S. Sade, Hannah C. Kerner, Grace Elizabeth Conyer, Corey Adam Hayes, Jeremy Benjamin Held, Abigail Collette Stevens, Marissa Ann Beasley, Jacob Sieg, Benjamin G. Bruggeman, Hannah Frances Rushart, Matthew Christopher McGill, Austin C. Ambrose, Selena M. Nadeau, Alyssa Michelle Ensminger, Monica Rose Holland, Eleanor Holbrook, Denise Marie Scalfano, Zaya Ann Gillogly, Jacob D. Moore, John Peter Rousseau, Leah Carolyn Kiter, Kara Colleen Hansen, John Douglas Huff, DJ Don Amira, Noha Foizo, Sasha Francisca Estrella Jones.
We made it! Thank you, I love you! My family's the best of all time!
So, faculty and mentors from the Center for International Studies, please come forward to greet our graduates. I don't know if you're going to scream as loud as she did, but give it a try. So, Center for International Study graduates, please come to the platform.
Hassan Khalid Nash, Garrett Michael Bigley, Joel Aaron Kiefer, Evan Davis Bennett, Brandon Lee Brooks, Sarah Ann Urbanick, Olivia Miltner, Annie Chester, Elena Klimas, Jessere Middleton, Brittany Leora Mitchell, Trinity Justice Long, Margaret Lucille Rose, Angeli Romana Stanko, Marissa Nicole Steinfurt, Chandler Marina Burkhart, Seth William Brooks, Taylor Noel McConnell, Emily A. Webb,
Faculty of the College of Health Sciences and Professions, please come forward to greet our graduates. Graduates of the College of Health Sciences and Professions, please proceed to the podium.
Danielle R. McLean.
Jessica K. Durany.
Julie Ann Melillo.
Gloria Gillum.
Catherine Grace Naylor.
Kristen R. Hill.
Gabriela Storm Rodriguez.
Sherry K. Atkins.
Megan Elizabeth Ott.
Morgan Rochelle LeBrun.
Emery Palmer Cowards.
Katana Rose Epinala.
Angel Brianna Thornton.
Ruth A. Kinnison.
Alexis Michaela Washington.
Lindsay Renee Gosen.
Lee Murphy Yogis.
Annie Louise Dilworth.
Laurel Sample.
Christina K. Bush.
Brianne Nicole McFerrin.
Kinda Lynn O'Neill.
Nicholas James Pesick.
Lisa Marie Wolf.
Erica Renee Reeder.
Mary T. Goot.
Elena Lynn McGullen.
Amanda K. Arledge.
Catherine Elise Shank.
Taylor J. Branham.
Kyler Daniel Ashton.
Megan Noel Deal.
Joseph David Downey.
Brianna Lynn Brettsfelder.
Michaela Renee Bueller.
Brooke Ann Hedler.
Courtney Lynn Moeller.
Shireen Therese Kane.
Patrick Stephen Snyder.
Tina Nicole Caparoso.
Miranda K. North.
Samantha K. Cunningham.
Mary Christine Eschman.
Olivia Marie Payne.
Samantha Michelle Smith.
Samantha Marie Harris.
Dalton Stephen McLaughlin.
Amy Elizabeth Combs.
Alicia Lauren Gillespie.
Ashley Nicole Miller.
Haley Sean Russo.
Andrea Nicole Robinson.
Alexandra Taylor Polpin.
Emma Elizabeth Imbus.
Nicholas James Molnar.
Molly Sanford Bergman.
Annie Catherine Powell.
Allison Garippo.
Tyler R. Schaefer.
Kimberly Ann Dalton.
Roisin Claire Reedy.
Susan K. Hurley.
Isabel Rose Murphy.
Haley Nicole Gooderson.
Paige Elizabeth Reinier.
Mark Lewis.
Allison Kristen Winterman.
Grace Najiri Laszlo.
Hannah Renee Punkar.
Kara Lynn Lucas.
Stephanie Alex Tidwell.
Emily Kristen Ladd.
Caitlin Grace Ryan.
Natalie Jean Baker.
Morgan M. Wyatt.
Sophia Lynn Hendricks.
Victoria McKinney.
Audrey Louise Allen.
Haley Renee Polsdorfer.
Grayson Louise Curtis.
Alexandra Lee Bettle.
Amanda E. Carrero.
Emily Florence Kipp.
Carrie L. Forstner.
Melanie Christine Buda.
Brittany C. Katecki.
Paige Elizabeth Dowdy.
Taylor Renee Hairston.
Kendall McCall Phillips.
Alyssa Marie Khalil.
Lillian Lachey Roscoe.
Allison Marie Ferryman.
Kimberly Joy Starks.
Molly K. Checkruff.
Adrian Panis.
Catherine Ann Baker.
Joshua Taylor Roberts.
Maria Claire Anderson.
Tanner J. Orton.
Carly Madison Ketan.
Washayli Mel Patel.
Laura Jean Bobet.
Traven Alden Wood.
Victoria Lynn Bellegrin.
Annalise Catherine Turner.
Jordan Elizabeth Lambert.
Kendra Lee Wasick.
Eric Tyrone Chin.
Ashley Caitlin Webb.
Sativa S. Belzer.
Abby Lane Maurer.
Stephanie Murray Brushmeyer.
Cole Wesley Smales.
Brandon G. Burkhart.
Casey L. Apumil.
Katrina Louise Dosick.
Anna Teresa Sarah.
Kelly Sue Falbo.
Hannah Marie Smith.
Julie Catherine Carroll.
Hannah N. Spheres.
Coralia Sylvia Castelli.
Corey Allison Name.
Caitlin Christine Dunkley.
Georgia K. Snyder.
Haley Susan Doak.
Teresa Marie Rowe.
Alexandra Carol Lamb.
Christina Ray.
Sarah Ray Kisseberth.
Shauna Maria McCready.
Erica Marie Felt.
Jean Marie Potter.
Christopher R. Jacob II.
Chloe Annadelle McLaurick.
Emily Adele Kincaid.
Mariah Jane Gobe.
Deborah Lynn Kramer Smith.
Catherine Marie Raycheck.
Madeline Ann Brewer.
Grayson Calloway Wilson.
Christine Darlene Engel.
Caitlin Marie Wurst.
Danielle L. Drake.
Lindsay Nicole Smith.
Alexis Lynn Canaro.
Alyssa Renee Snyder.
Sarah Nicole Lentz.
Cassidy Hygen Lehman.
Chelsea Irene Ficklin.
Jade Madison Pack.
Danielle Rose Abbott.
Chanda Marie Shepard.
Mark Aaron Daniels.
Anissa Bernice Whitaker.
Graham Allen Hawley.
Bailey McNay Williams.
James Nicholas Forty.
Hallie Marie Simondi.
Yosef Aurora.
Courtney Lauren Poloni.
Amanda E. Cooper.
Kelsey Lynn Mole.
Deborah K. Blair.
Kara Ann Bantari.
Catherine Elaine Herman.
Abigail J. Wood.
Kyle G. Brown.
Taylor Jordan Zandowitz.
Sandra Elaine Hess.
Brianna Nicole Tucker.
Kimberly Ann Layton Brown.
Danielle Marie Totten.
Catherine Jean Moruo.
Aaliyah M. Matson.
Jenna Johnson.
Billy Joe Imboden.
Shannon Marie Homan.
Danielle Jordan Mitchum.
Kaylee Marie Cooley.
Lois Crystal Robinson.
Stephanie Rhiannon Cottrell.
Emily Ann Peterson.
Lindsay Renee Kassler.
Rachel Lee Smith.
Bailey Meredith Collins.
Amanda Grace Stocking.
Alexa Ashley Adams.
Gust Christ Malvite.
Brianna Lee Bryant.
Jordan M. Midcap.
Taylor Marie Smith.
Allison Lee Waddle.
Ella Lauren Stark.
Sarah Marie Radich.
Dallas B. Cordell.
Madison Magdalene Shelby.
Alicia Marie Kammerdiener.
Caitlin Danielle Walpole.
Erica Kowalskick.
Elizabeth L. Wicker.
Lakin L. Jones.
Mallory M. Magnai.
Kimberly Sue Dye.
Nicole J. Passarati.
Susanna Fortney.
Sasha Marie Vess.
Adam Franklin Johnston.
Maria Lynn Morell.
Kelly Ann Evans.
Matthew Thomas Mullally.
Bethany Ann DeLong.
Dalton Lloyd Morris.
Travis Reginald Brown.
Blake M. Schumber.
Sarah Gosman.
Nicholas J. Papaloli.
Kelly L. Braun.
Olivia Dawn Miller.
Stephanie Marie Grunden.
Emily Anna Fetzko.
Kaylor Denise Kelly.
Cheyenne Maria Mullis.
Brianna Jo Mormon.
Brittany Still.
Allison Nicole Roth.
Kylie Brooke Morrison.
Caitlin Patricia Lally.
Aaron M. Young.
Lindsay K. Landenberger.
Katrina McGillis.
Jessica Marie McCrae.
Charles Brandon Riley.
Damon Andrew Crabtree.
Nancy Ellen Hooper.
Michelle L. Lombardi.
Alicia Faith McCormick.
Alexander Pascal Lamborghese.
Autumn Lane Smith.
Matthew Frederick Lawrence.
Alyssa May Stenger.
Alexander Charles Herrig.
Leslie Rose Ann Stein.
Aaron Catherine Gallagher.
Taylor C. Osborne.
Megan Elizabeth Robinson.
Justine Elizabeth Whitley.
Erin Nicole Frith.
Ingrid Joy Revel.
Tori Lynn Fuller.
Amanda Marie Pacula.
Emily Marie Butler.
Bridget Pauline Schwartz.
Emma Joy Davis.
Gabrielle Nicole Shipta.
Ashley Nicole Fowler.
Jessica Lorraine Ridgway.
Emily Iani.
Madeline Michelle Taylor.
Cassie Lynn Johnson.
Anna Joy Seville.
Sydney C. Graham.
Brittany E. Taylor.
Demi Christine DeLorenzo.
Erin Elaine McDaniel.
Kara C. Oster.
Taylor Nicole Miller.
Mandy Marie Lampman.
Erin Kristen McGee.
Michael Devontae Bowden.
Stacy Ann Oros.
Zachary Kenneth Brown.
Mary Ann Marshall.
Steve N. Dang.
Dana Valentino.
Mitchell Milton McCorkle.
Shayna Rebolts.
Rebecca Therese Mann.
Danielle D. Nutter.
Margaret Catherine Julius.
Amanda Marie West.
Mariah Ariza Balter.
Shad Ruby.
Ellen Pauline Davidson.
Gail Luster.
Cole Allen Bennett.
Courtney Swain.
Nicholas Anthony Della Flora.
Andrew James Seastone.
Don Wesley Bennett.
Aaron James Heber.
Madison Rose Weisbarth.
Ashley Elizabeth Nichols.
Samantha Trapani.
Samantha Louise Rico.
Lauren Elizabeth Capalco.
Alexis Nicole Urbano.
Olivia Marie Balcabella.
Maria Ray Dahl.
Holly Christine Starner.
Natalie June Leahy.
Emily Christine Schaefer.
Alexis Nicole Ferenbach.
Marla Elena Lagalikos.
Megan Christine Thompson.
Elena Marie Kaiser.
Michelle Leah Miller.
Evangeline Lena Wetzig.
Emma Lee Skirvin.
Laura Cazette Kelly.
Jada Shantez Ward.
Sarah Ann Heck.
Brooke Elizabeth Hiles.
Tate Allen Krolick.
Emily L. Omlowski.
Miranda Kelsey Lewicki.
Cassidy P. Schmidt.
Molly Marie Carney.
Haley June Rinky.
Jordan Danielle Harvey.
Sarah Catherine Showalter.
Ashley Beth Konich.
Erin Michelle Swanson.
Karen May Cedos.
Tamara Lynn Robinson.
Jenna Ashton Brown.
Allison Claire Sherman.
Zhongyao Li.
Suleiman Nick Schreiber.
Allison S. Keene.
Caitlin Marie Rubessa.
Molly Elizabeth Lowry.
Macy Jacqueline Skolsky.
Autumn Jordan Funderburg.
Allison Lynn Suter.
Katie Louise Harmon.
Kaylee Elizabeth Snodgrass.
Carissa Sue Kale.
Caitlin Grace Morgan.
Samantha Lee Cross.
Margaret Sue Tyberski.
Mia Marie DiGeronimo.
Aiden Patrick Pazin.
Amber Marie Cree.
Tyler William Quinnell.
Heidi Marie Foster.
Sarah Ann Myers.
Sydney Ray Crowley.
Derek Michael Scott Neal.
Samantha Ann Dare.
Kaylee Ray Roots.
Olivia Marie Lopez.
Kaylin Maylene Speaker.
Daniel John Kinsel.
Desiree Dawn Stewart.
Kimberly Renee Kaiser.
Miranda Drew Nash.
Catherine Joanne Hendershot.
Sydney O. Poliphone.
Marianne Margaret Jacobs.
Anna Marie Riley.
Catherine Lane.
Melissa Therese McBee.
Catherine Lynn Bell.
Kieran Elizabeth Wilson.
Chloe Gwen Kopasashi.
Tessa Shea Palazzalo.
Allison Marie Adornetto.
Griffin Cameron Scher.
Kyle Joseph Lucky.
Brody Josiah Malone.
Brianna Hotza Oswald.
Nicholas P. Yanish.
Elise Lynn Bickenstein.
Craig Patrick Martin.
Nicoletta Katia Kosos.
Jasmine Kayana Robinson Smith.
Aubrey Virginia Buckwhites.
Kayla R. Young.
Robert Paul Harpering.
Allison Louise McGannon.
Catherine Lynn Casella.
Ellie Nina Peterson.
Gabrielle Marie Matala.
Summer Allison Rose Walker.
Alexandra Summer Lake.
Madison McKenzie Bartha.
Aubrey Leanne Horde.
Hannah L. Khatib.
Caitlin Ann Lebinsky.
Julia C. Sims.
Deborah Ann Culp.
Hannah Marie Smith.
Gifty Owusu Boteng.
Lindsay Nicole Welch.
Leslie Patricia Horton.
Janice A. Ryder.
Silken Elise Habtout.
Carrie Ann Walls.
Brenna Lynn Owasenzi.
Alexandra Francis Mellett.
Javita Ogechi Amanzi.
Danielle Felice Turner.
Nicole Catherine Ettore.
Sierra Ann Papa.
Kelly Alexa Connery.
Ashley Nicole Malone.
Jacqueline Suzanne DeShilo.
Caitlin Ann Southworth.
Meredith Christine Mockler.
Rebecca Ann Schooler.
Samantha Claire Contely.
Virginia Ann Stolarski.
Carly Marie Hamilton.
Sarah Ann Milovanovic.
Christina Nicole Eccleberry.
Eric Anthony Sutton.
Tiffany Marie Hansarnik.
Quentin Michael Poling.
Kier Christine Leatherman.
Robert Jean Patterson.
Elise Nicole Butler.
Rachel Ann Rowland.
Emma Elizabeth Gorell.
Kimberly Dawn Stanich.
Carly Louise Fallon.
Michelle Ann Sterling Smith.
Joshua L. Hagler.
Clayton Andrew Wenninger.
Teresa L. Hollins.
Victoria L. Martz.
Kemyasha Littlejohn.
Heather Kathleen Marodi.
Shirley Marie Gibson.
Sarah Jo Steffen.
Summer Annette Dietzman.
Mackenzie Shade Peak.
Balakis Hamed Suleiman Al Falati.
Allison Lynn Pelea.
Ashley M. Belasco.
Ashley B. Sherald.
Lindsay E. Laws.
Tamara Joy Toft.
Grace Ella Imboden.
Kimberly Marie Morey.
Hillary Page Carter.
Christopher McLovick.
Emily Marie Freitag.
Lindsay McFerrin.
Jeanette Marie Hager.
Jessica Lynn Peplin.
Arlena Lynn Baston.
Lauren Michelle Steele.
Elizabeth C. Caudill.
Daniel Joseph Ryan.
Jennifer E. Klein.
Jordan Nicole Otis.
Rachel Bird.
Alexis Bradley Smith.
Hannah Victoria Garza.
And Catherine Presvis.
Lauren Ashley Bolding.
Kelsey Malloy.
Gretchen Mary Craig.
Kara Elizabeth Hanna.
Mallory Tegan Lewis.
Savannah Sue Williams.
Devontae J. Johnson.
Lauren E. Verdow.
Lindsay Elizabeth Carr.
Jamie Ann Rouse.
Kayla Danielle Kitchen.
Megan Marie Miller.
Samantha Marie Lord.
Jenna Renee Smith.
Mindy Sue Seiler.
Jason Wells.
Hannah Marie Brenneman.
Emma Smith Woolridge.
Asila Q. Sulai L. Kayumi.
Madeline Sue Yinger.
Monica Arroyo Lange.
Caitlin Marie Phillips.
Karen Marie Fair.
Mallory Karsten Salas.
Melissa Ann Bailey.
Chantel Ananki.
Carrie Lynn Dukes.
Beatrice K. Waters.
Megan E. Hopp.
Melissa Ann Kessler.
Courtney Harrison.
Stacy Sue Brubaker.
Adam D. Fratchek.
Shannon Lee Walker.
Cindy Mae Fleming.
Kaylee Marie Solner.
Megan C. Donovan.
Elizabeth Leanne Jones.
Sarah Elizabeth Jenny.
Sarah Ann Reichert.
Anna Fern Hyder.
Corey Patrick Lozier.
Haley Lauren Justice.
Casey John Lozier.
Ellie Heyer.
Madeline Marie Miclich.
Christopher Scott Klein.
Hallie Poor.
Jared Michael Genther.
Amber Nicole Ostrander.
Drew Zachary Lycos.
Caitlin Marie McCabe.
Benjamin Allen Barber.
Shannon Lee Sundry.
Sean Michael Fallon.
Jessica Ann Romanelli.
Marco Antonio Spada.
Kelsey Louise Zaccanini.
Hannah K. Holstein.
Miranda Jean Leonie Jansing.
Zachary William Bowen.
Andrew Arthur Woodard.
Umi Mohammed Ibrahim.
Landon Timothy Majors.
Ebony Jamise Jackson.
Evan Matthew Schilling.
Cynthia M. Kumi.
Caleb Thomas Wright.
Rachel Marie Bray.
Matthew Charles Williams.
Catherine Colleen Danamiller.
Jacob Noah Zemis.
Sarah Noel DeFior.
Sean Patrick O'Regan.
Brittany M. Barber.
Michelle Ann Shaw.
Casey McKenna Hilditch.
Paula Jean Olila.
Caitlin Lauren Johnson.
Kaylee Paige Norton.
Jarnay Alexander.
Brittany Danielle Rodriguez.
Courtney Patricia Kolb.
Stephen Clifford Withers.
Maddie Jo Farrar.
Daenerre Wellesley Newsom.
Adam Reed Hansen.
Kevin Philip O'Donnell.
Colleen Marie Manning.
Dylan Richard Rumbaugh.
Julia Marie Goodwin.
Dominic Michael Mashari.
Abby Rose Cassidy.
Adam John Stranko.
Lauren Marie Weimer.
Lindsay Mary Jane Pascale.
Megan Jean Power.
Faculty of the Gladys W. and David H. Patton College of Education, please come forward and prepare to greet our graduates. Graduates of the Patton College, please proceed to the platform.
Evan Spangenberg.
Queera A. Lampkins.
Zachary David Morgan.
Taylor Celeste Coulot.
Timothy Gunn Rose.
Ingrid Michelle Kopic.
Kylie Lynn Smith.
Heather Marie Kuntz.
Jordan R. Smirk.
Laura Marie Nealon.
Asia Nicole Renee Wiley.
Kinsey Marie Swartstrauber.
Madeline Shaw.
Allison Lynn Sislow.
Samantha Zinn.
Ricky Ray Ale.
Brianne Tabor.
Jennifer Lynn Wood.
Olivia Rose Stout.
Kristen Sterling Buchanan.
Elizabeth M. Wagner.
Whitney Elizabeth Black.
Sarah Nicole Nestor.
Kayla Dawn Huddleston.
Molly Ann Stowe.
Samantha Janelle Trick.
Logan Lynn Brukama.
William Joseph Lors.
Caitlin B. Henry.
Hannah Morgan Johnson.
Jessica Donisgold.
Lauren Nicole Close.
Caitlin Marie Stackpool.
Sarah Elizabeth Beatty.
Caitlin Marie Soltice.
Ashley Nicole Deck.
Carmen Ann Mehorter.
Rachel Lee Keneally.
Morgan Ellen Muma.
Hannah Marie Clausen.
Chelsea Alexis Murden.
Olivia Ann Debevic.
Megan Mary Geldon.
Madison Ann Campbell.
Riley M. Backmoyer.
Jennifer Galage.
Carolyn Ann Stam.
Amy Michelle Hughes.
Mariah K. Kassler.
Riley Lynn Blakemore.
Allison Gail May.
Kelly Lynn France.
Brianna Lucille Allen.
Claire Nicole Keaton.
Sebastian Nicholas Piquet.
Melissa Nicole Borger.
Sydney Green.
Emily Jordan Cup.
Kaylee Ann Ross.
Peyton Marie Adkins.
Grace Catherine Turku.
Julia A. Cooper.
Nate Dominic Shreve.
Keanne Michelle Wiley.
Ben Tipnis.
Angela M. Sismatia.
Sean Stephen Verrilli.
Samantha Ray Goebel.
Stephen Philip Yeager.
Jamie Noel Dillon.
Madeline Marine Turney.
Shelby Marie Irvin.
Taylor Nicole Potts.
Catherine Letha Brodzeller.
Clay Anthony Wilson.
Ethan Jacob Nottingham.
Rebecca Jordan Pennington.
Nicole Catherine Abel.
Nathan Gunnar Trout.
Benjamin F. Bruns.
Colin Joseph Madigan.
William Peyton Gutierrez.
Alexis Nicole Snyder.
Megan Irene Longstreth.
Emily Elise Schumacher.
Devin J. Dager.
Aaron Lee Moats.
Julia Elizabeth Herb.
Paige Elizabeth Mittrick.
Kendall Page Camerata.
Christine Wilson Reichert.
Kelsey Dawn Holbrook.
Lorena Irene Marie Sisson.
Carly Jane Dumas.
Emily Marie Whitty.
Tyler T. Robinson.
Larissa Lynn Riddle.
Connor Thomas Drake.
Allison M. Harris.
Nicholas Todd Ingalls.
Christy Lynn Schroeder.
Noelle A. Kempter.
Clarissa Ray Sigley.
Samantha D. Cox.
Hannah Rose Schneider.
Brooke Colleen Campbell.
Allison R. Schneider.
Elaine Margaret Caw.
Vanessa Ann Barbaroda.
Taylor Renee Bresson.
Kayla Marie Sweeney.
Majin Ann Krabs.
Caitlin Georgianne Whipple.
Brianne Ray Fisher.
Amelia G. Phones.
Riley Ann Haney.
Kathleen Ellen Kopp.
Ashley Danielle Gray.
Hannah Brooke Gordon.
Jacqueline Elizabeth Kello.
Nicole Gina Zeich.
Samuel O'Hara.
Caitlin McKenzie Robertson.
Aubrey Ellen Tees.
Margaret Elizabeth Miller.
David Conkle.
Nicole Slangus.
Fallon Marie Van Dyke.
Sarah Elizabeth Hardy.
Carrie A. Duffy.
Colin O'Connor Seeley.
Marissa Raven Gillette.
Layden T. Delawater.
Brianne Elise Henry.
Jordan Graham Masker.
Michaela Ann Houston.
Audrey Elizabeth Coyne.
Casey Elizabeth Culp.
Megan Elizabeth Rush.
Nicholas C. Isernia.
Jessica Rose Knoll.
Leslie Marie Corbett.
Michelle Elizabeth Maury.
Nicholas Joseph Alessandrino.
Sarah Jane Brown.
Edward Christopher Husney.
Angela Diane Renslow.
Dylan Davis.
Erin Danielle Renslow.
Natalie Brooke DiTomaso.
Stacy R. Neal.
Kelsey Nicole Biscali.
Brittany Ann Powers.
Lindsay Nicole DeMayo.
Gabrielle Elizabeth Jane Rafferty.
Olivia L. Carpenter.
Danielle Rachel Trimble.
Nicole Catherine Hatcher.
Grace Malina Valtry.
Kristen Nicole Mee.
Margaret Blaine Etherington.
Daniela Grace Starr.
Olivia Ann Carl.
Emily Mae Grossman.
Christopher Howard Constable.
Sierra Boyd.
Angela Lynn Carney.
Kendall I. Baczynski.
Emily K. Coletta.
Emily Jane Henry.
Tess Elizabeth Plona.
Ian Andrew George.
Ellen Taylor Bishop Bostwick.
Joseph S. Ascente.
Yuhao Lu.
Taylor Nicole Bowling.
Madeline T. Garantano.
Alexa Lynn Cunningham.
Wiley Tucker Holland.
Nathan Wesley Fisher.
Blake Claire Kirchner.
Alexandria Louise Bertolini.
Megan Marie Anderson.
Sarah Nicole Holtman.
Valerie Ray Hicks.
Jordan Rita Graves.
Emily Christine Ackerman.
Margaret J. Fuel.
Madeline Marie Hayes.
Sarah A. Canitz.
Stephen Leo Kramer.
Cindy Chow.
Foxwan Lee.
Sarah Elizabeth Supancic. Alexis Alley Alderman.
Sarah Christine Kosman.
Sarah Mackenzie Flynn. Samantha Miraglotta. Jinjiao Wong. Laura M. Lemke.
Faculty of the College of Arts and Sciences, please come forward to meet our graduates. Graduates of the College of Arts and Sciences, please approach the platform.
Chelsea Marie Dawn Everhart.
Austin N. Sherman.
Kayla Patricia Mesa.
Patrick Lee Shepard.
Maggie Sedmak Schaefer.
Jared Edgar Vogamore.
Lindsay Ann Barrett.
Austin Gregory Stevens.
Stephen George Betzko.
Kayla Marie Steen.
Ariel Boggs.
Jeremy D. Sierra.
Natalie V. Essen.
Ethan Tyler Slagle.
Lindsay Ann Cardwell.
Mikhail M. Zallenstein.
Bryn Ashton Crawley.
Judith Ann Salter.
Lucy Fox Callahan.
Brandon Paul Wyant.
Joseph B. Dougherty.
Kayla Ann Ventura.
Hannah Deathridge.
Hannah Mae Klauser.
Kevin H. Combs.
Nicole Emma Marino.
Katie Renee Davin.
Victoria Taylor Zanadowskis.
Emily Bowen.
Alexander J. Vasquez.
Marisa Caitlin DiTomaso.
Mitchell Lewis Schuneman.
Elena Malka Glauer.
Joseph Scott Weldon.
Savannah S. Altman.
Jia Sun.
Diana Isabel Chaidez.
Yujun Wang.
Rachel Esther Anderson.
Brittany Ann Royer.
Peter Frank.
Catherine E. Stanley.
Ethan Fornes.
Tamara Wilson.
Adam Corey Ellick.
Alaya A. Marcelli.
Ashley Rose Ellick.
Madeline Diezere Schreiber.
Megan Elizabeth Cummins.
Leela Anna Marie Samler.
Whitney Nicole Dutcher.
Seth Allen Sayer.
Kylie Nicole Getz.
Yuki Jing.
Devin Nicole Cottrell.
Siwen Zhao.
Jenny Marlene Card.
Megan M. Schwartz.
Austin Philip Barnard.
Hannah Louise Tewksbury Kilbride.
Carla Renee Stone.
Taylor Ann Shans.
Trinity Marie Leon.
Grace Ciara Yusefi.
Shay Lynn Senkus.
Elizabeth Ann Rings.
Brooke Michelle Kemmerer.
Lynn Caroline Simchek.
Nicholas Matthew Arnold.
Mary Lee Studard.
Aaliyah S. Cole.
Brian Edward Scheiman.
Destiny A. Arnold.
Lindsay Marie Smith.
Mahogany S. Person.
Rachel Smith.
Rachel Lynn Alley.
Carly Ann McClung.
Rebecca Ann Cherry.
Taylor Ashley Maddox.
Maria P. Simon.
Kaylee Ann Tomasic.
Alexis Page Fugit.
Abigail Lee Weinberg.
Amber Marie Hennis.
Rebecca Lee Wolf.
Tabitha Ruth Myers.
Vanessa Ann Vest.
Bailey Renee Smith.
Caitlin Elizabeth Wyant.
Kevin M. Dempsey.
Karen Huang.
Jessica Joan Baroncini.
Nicholas Brandon Whitaker.
Sydney F. Dodderman.
Luke Klein Venelek.
Danielle Elise Butts.
Tavon Ryan Winbush.
Daniel Clark Munson.
Allison J. Sanita.
Joseph D. Campbell.
Laura Nicole Welling.
Mitchell Ray Benke.
Richard Morissette.
Kevin Tracy Brock.
Imani Nia Sellers.
Connor F. Brockman.
Tierra Leanne Sanders.
Nicholas Joseph Ruff.
Molly Jean Sheline.
Thomas James Flinchbaugh.
Kimberly Christine Maurer.
Ethan Patrick Anderson.
Jessica Lynn Wyant.
McKenna Marie Day.
Haley M. Kartz.
Catherine A. Kurth.
Jacob B. Ratzer.
Benjamin Marcus Hoskins.
Connor Samuel Nash.
Adam Maxwell Bourdin.
Ben Q. Turner.
John Benton Blome.
Troy C. Siebold.
Chase Lee DeTillion.
Daniel Maloney.
Megan Marie Callahan.
Brayton Thomas Silders.
Megan E. Zeigman.
Joseph D. Verbiak,
Allison Danielle Barnard,
Samuel James Oakes,
Emily Kathleen Hake,
Frank Neil Zangary,
Cameron Elise Curry,
Matthew Stephen Falconer,
Laura Bethany Dawson,
Luke Odell Welsh,
Kayla Nicole Drake,
Morgan Darby Varner,
Lucas James Bowen,
Alyssa Marie Salyers,
Lucas Bertard Gonzalez,
Maximilian E. Schneider,
Leah Elizabeth DeCald,
Cody Robert Carroll,
Taylor Elizabeth Buffenbarger,
Thomas P. Sutton,
Madison Ann Page Coy,
Liam Edward Blake,
Kendra Marie Green,
Kaylee Danielle Hooper,
Alex Lewis Corbelli,
Hannah Lee Smith,
Haley Alexis Butterfield,
Alex Christopher Young,
Zena Rihanna Blackwell,
Nicoleko Shongwe,
Shema Salman Hassan Al-Balushi,
Emily Suzanne Oakley,
Ian Cottrill,
Mackenzie Taylor Yannick,
Giuseppe Frizzoni,
Kyle W. Poling,
Mackenzie Ray Frieberschauer,
Devin Renee Morrow,
Joseph C. Howe,
Caitlin Nicole Schweinfurth,
Lauren Gail Brodoff,
James Allison Sedlacko,
Connor Joseph Fogarty,
Adam Ross Sedlacko,
Danielle Marie Easton,
Chris Stratton,
Julie Louise Abrams,
Erica Nicole Turner,
Manuel Dance,
Colin David Vernon,
Ryan D. Duffy,
Keegan Gabriel Vaughn,
Michaela Erskine,
Derek Neil Smith,
Corey Lee Boggs,
Jack R. Walter,
Mason Jeffrey Bells,
Blake Elise Ashton,
Anthony N. Jameson,
Bridget E. Tovey,
Jason DeForney,
Samantha E. Senegar,
Eric A. Fitel,
Aaron Matthew Robertson,
Eben Flournoy,
Taylor Dale Schernstein,
Molly Sargent Butler,
Sean Michael Stumbo,
Sarah Margaret Sterling,
Alexandra Elizabeth Tylicki,
Paige Brienne Shoemaker,
Taylor Vincent Shaw,
Brianna K. Brooks,
Sarah Louise Knapp,
Evan L. Head,
Miranda Anastasia McNeil,
Gregory Neil Dinger,
Taylor Clayton Newman,
Samantha Rose Apke,
Dean Carlo Reyes Tobias,
Zachary Hawk,
Rachel Eileen Rockwell,
Nicole Caitlin Stridle,
Jeffrey Stephen Wolkowski,
Alexis Catherine Benedis,
Lindsay Jean Radzivich,
Connor William Parthamore,
Kaylin May Schiffmacher,
Zachary R. Biggie,
Liam Edward Rhodes,
Marissa Doreen Herline,
Kai-Kui Zhang,
Jacob Isaac Fidel,
YG Shen,
Trisha Siegfried,
Hao Zhang,
Robert Patrick Auber,
Yaifi Zhu,
Stephen Matthew Porter,
Chuyang Wu,
Anne Marie Esposito,
Lincoln Wade Whitlow,
Yamani R. Jenkins,
Matthew Donald Torner,
Madison Elizabeth Andro,
Rachel Marie Schoonover,
Alana Margaret Painter,
Sarah C. Schumacher,
Rebecca Marie Drakulik,
Brian A. Schlessler,
James Watson Fraley,
Sarah Catherine Sands,
Sean Kenneth Clay,
Alexandria Marie Manarino,
Teresa Rose Fish,
Erica Lynn Turner,
Sarah Catherine Hoskins,
Ashley Marie Weaver,
Jacob M. Carlson,
Anissa Dawn Stamper,
Jessica Lorraine Bingham,
Joshua L. Vermillion,
Jordan Keith Bryson,
Emma Sue Swaninger,
Anthony Mario Aramo,
Nathan Andrew Jones,
Emma F. Cruis,
David Allen Gearhart,
Reed Allen Troxel,
Elizabeth D. Schopner,
Colleen Laurel Buck,
Rebecca Marie Steinberg,
Rachel Ann Jones,
Jack Joseph Lawrence,
Ethan Thomas Hargrove,
Grant Vincent Stover,
Elizabeth Maureen Gatwood,
Calton Pierce Walter,
Andrea Nicole Malick,
Benjamin Allen Vizzy,
Hannah Claire Bossinger,
Alexander Brewington Rosen,
Destiny J. Cooper,
Caitlin Margaret Patton,
Jasmine Patrice Weatherspoon,
Patricia Elaine Patton,
Kayla Renee Kitchen,
Melanie Rose Nipper,
Kelsey M. Adams,
Joseph W. Pincura,
Carol A. Garabito,
Jacob R. Williamson,
Tyler A. Gebhardt,
Gregory Petrus Miller,
Alexander Bilwin Little,
Patrick A. Ruse,
Alexis Jada Aparicio,
Kira A. Reisenfeld,
Shandaya K. Woods,
Chase Kenneth Hudak,
Raven Ashanti Reed,
Noah Thomas Roney,
Niall Matthew Harris,
Tara Khalid Tabah,
Marcus James Anthony Cole.
Mahmoud M. Taba.
Keith Cortland Anthony Vizio.
Paige Carissa Miller.
Noelle Marie Boyd.
Davis William Sullivan.
Jeffrey S. Billingsley Jr.
Kevin Ryan O'Connor.
Derica Renee Nicole Bruce.
Timothy Douglas Niponki.
Nia Ashlyn Hogue.
Tyler Douglas Middleton.
Anissa Marie Harris.
David Mullins.
Adam Lee Kabrook.
Meredith Tehan.
Alexander Douglas Horvath.
Michaela M. Bateman.
Carrie Renai Ramage.
Alexandra Marie Isley.
Rachel Page Durbin.
Jessica L. Mace.
Lindsay Rose Hyatt.
Matthew Michael Gross.
Sally Rebecca Cohen.
Cheryl Keyring Musakiku.
Sarah Ruth Loudermilk.
Mackenzie Louise Nelson.
Ingrid Catherine Chancellor.
Erin Sine Webb.
Elsa Elizabeth Kendrick.
Carrie Lynn Powell.
Bradley Jacob McCullough.
Alexandra S. Pinasi.
Alexander Yaoto Chu.
Oliver Stone.
Corey Tyler Smythe.
Austin Xavier Rivers.
Natalie Ruth Pinkelman.
Chloe J. Music.
Sean Alexander Hamlin.
Luke William Morgan.
Garrett Alexander McCardle.
Monica Lee Marcotti.
Colin Patrick Twarick.
Austin Clay Manweiler.
Elizabeth Ann Green.
Benjamin Samuel Ruddersman.
Edward Garrett Borenstein.
Stephen William Soleil.
Kyle T. Burback.
Magni Khalil.
Nicholas Clark Brenneman.
Justin Reed Williams.
Candace Alexandra Brooks.
Nicholas John McLeese.
Kirsten Marie Adkins.
Noah Daniel Rich.
Cody Michael Clemon.
Victor J. Nero.
Michelle Marie Mason.
Rachel Catherine Roman.
Catherine Elizabeth Rickert.
Presley Elizabeth Turan.
Ryan C. Getz.
Rachel Lee Trinan.
Patrick Joseph Goonan.
Christopher Maximilian O'Brien.
Kyle Philip Hardinger.
Maxwell Galloway Nader.
Matthew William Hedges.
Luke Andrew Miller.
Aaron Daniel Arthler.
Aaliyah Morgan Elizabeth Maz.
Kayla Marie Lara.
Anna Victorian Moss.
Michael Scott Keller.
Hannah Elizabeth Murphy.
Cole Mason Johnston.
Annalise Marie McMahon.
Zachary D. Hall.
Catherine Marie Ostrowski.
Alex Michael High.
Amy Nicole Melman.
Mackenzie Dawn Farrington.
Samantha J. Reaney.
Benjamin C. Adkins.
Hannah Lindsay Pritchard.
Garrett Kramer Allen.
Raylan M. Trice.
Carly Kristen Costley.
Caitlin Danielle Walpole.
Stephanie Marie Kritzel.
Lakin Shonzensky.
Matthew Michael Leach.
Harley Brianne Rosalie.
Corey Rashad Jones.
Courtney Marie Rump.
Kenneth Lucky II.
Alexander Gust Michael.
Jason Edward Coburg.
Angelica Victoria Parales Moreno.
Catherine Aaron Heimel.
Krista A. Thomason.
Josiah Thomas Hayes.
Adam Patrick Roser.
Jamie Lee Grant.
Dylan Raymond Steiner.
John Alexander Goodwin.
Marshall D. Phelan.
Spencer Philip Hobson.
Timothy Murphy Neihart.
Jack Ryan Kuntzman.
Casey Marie Metzger.
Taylor Morgan Hamilton.
Nicole Marie Meyer.
Dylan Christopher Lyon.
Jonathan Mark Rodler.
Mariah Schuyler Ingram.
Shauna Marie Darby.
Emily Lynn Grinley.
Alexander Timothy Walker.
Hannah Elizabeth Jarvis.
Stephen Andrew Schwartz.
Micah Nicole Lumpkins.
Daniel Dale Porter.
Avant B. Griffith.
Hannah Willow Peterson.
Miranda N. Johnson.
Ryan Christopher Palney.
Sabrina Marie Glockler.
Anna Serena Pold.
Madison A. Carafa.
Miranda Jacques McPherson.
Arista Ruth Hartzler.
Emily Elizabeth Montgomery.
Catherine Jean Blythe.
Samuel Cole Milner.
Clarissa Elizabeth Scheffler.
Caitlin Elaine Max.
Jamison Lintelman.
Phoenix Rochelle Crane.
Jennifer Elizabeth Jones.
Maureen Elizabeth Kowecki.
Emma Kessler.
Shayna Rose McFadden.
Wesley Emmett Gilkey.
Hillary Marie McClish.
Andrew John Hutchins.
Nina Elise Visconti.
Braden K. Green.
Hannah G. Malloy.
Andrew J. Iman.
Alexandra R. Ralph.
Michael Yurovich Abelev.
Rachel Marie Hobson.
Alexandra Marie Vessel.
Gracie Elizabeth Keys.
Cora Ann Lipscomb.
Larry Allen Hedrick III.
Abraham James Kitchen.
Erin Renee Murray.
Tanner Chase Jenkins.
Olivia Sky Murphy.
Kristen A. Kramer.
Bryce Keller Nye.
Kyle R. Cromer.
Jeffrey De La Pena.
Davidson E. Hunter.
Brendan C. Quigley.
Riley Elizabeth Barrera.
Shannon Marie Murphy.
Caitlin S. Rauch.
Gujia Fu.
Sarah Elizabeth Morris.
Shuyu Lee.
Nicholas H. Nord.
Ya Gao.
Kyle Edward Nelson.
Leah Michelle Roberts.
Kelly Ann Bergenstein.
Jake Thomas Myers.
Alexandra Marie Phillips.
Eric S. Pendoli.
Haley Rose Hirschman.
He Zhang.
Austin Scott Eber.
Christopher E. Mestenek.
Emily Elizabeth Free.
Anthony Frank Monico.
Sean M. Free.
Daniel Walter Morgan.
Melanie Rose Heyer.
Virginia Eleanor Rezitok.
Olivia J. Blend.
Jessica Ann Robinson.
Ayamida David Awajinrin.
Kurt Edward Rollins.
Aaron Michael Lair.
Jamarcus Trey McCartney.
Cecilia Anastasia Ellis.
Sabrina Elizabeth Neumeister.
Zhuzhao Liu.
Nancy Ann Mitchell.
Jingtong Li.
Haley Ann Richardson.
Shenyu He.
Sophia E. Mosley.
Peng Liu.
Alyssa Renee Cole.
Fiuhao Chen.
Taylor Renee Ball.
Bowen Hao.
Nicole Lynn Good.
Mengming Yao.
Arden Haley McDonald.
Emily Ann Kernut.
Paul E. Reed.
Stephen D. Foster.
Haley Morgan Robarker.
Alexander W. Burton.
Joseph Thomas McKnight.
Anona Joy Harris.
Matthew Jeffrey Streeter.
Leanna Marie Karstner.
Charles Yimbo.
Lindsay Michelle Harden.
Christian Brady.
Samuel Paul Littman.
Andrew Wesley Hall.
Trevor Mitchell Clemens.
Rebecca Ann Kleinen.
Margaret Ford Harner.
Michael Matthews.
Taisha Whitsit. Tyler Pearson White. Tyler Nathan Thress. Brian A. Lenigan. Sarah Irenke Sophia Bell. And our final graduate, Stephen Robert Clyde Bell.